Um, welcome to Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, which is pretty much a remaster of DMC. A remaster of Devil May Cry 4 that was released back in 2008. So basically, this is a remaster of a game that went up 11 years ago. I'm Mecha. I run this game a lot, so I'm gonna show you how it's done properly. So first of all, what do we want to do is we want to turn on turbo mode. Turbo mode in DMC4 increases the game speed by around 20%. And because we are not a scrubs, not a casuals, we turn off this tutorial, but well, in some cases like playing Virgil or Lady Trish, you still have to play it. So this is the main category of the game, Nero, Dante, new game, the Hunter. In the special edition you can choose this edgy Nero. We are not edgy, so yeah. So we are pretty much ready to go. So 3, 2, 1, go. Devil May Cry. So to understand Devil May Cry games, you kind of have to play these games kind of often. Because the majority of the strats that I'll be performing, they are not something shiny or something cool that's noticeable at a first glance. Most of the strats that I'll be doing, they are kind of important. What? Whoops, that's hiccup. My gamepad is kind of itching and I need my keyboard working properly. Oh, fine. I mean, like, we want to use both gamepad and keyboard throughout the run. This is something I forgot to fix. We use default control for gamepad, so it does not matter. I'll just redo this mission from the start. So I'll get a chance to re-explain the strat. So basically, Dante at mission 1 has some openings. So one of these openings is directly, like both of these, I mean. They're directly connected to this move called Buster. So Buster has two outcomes. So it's a clash like this one, or it's just a regular attack. So regular attack is bad because it forces you to do 4 Busters instead of 2. But it does not matter which outcome do you get, because the goal for the first missions is to get this amazing no damage bonus. So now the no damage bonus gives us a much proud souls, which are used to purchase new skills, while the second currency called red orbs are used to get some items during the run. So for the second mission of the run, we want to get charge shot and we want to get speed. So we use both of these throughout the run, and here is where my long talk about mechanics start. So charge shot in DMC games is kind of cool, so especially in the fourth one. So in DMC 4, if you charge your charge shot, you can knock back your enemies quite often, and you can use that to deal a lot of damage in a close range, because charge shot damage is directly tied to your distance. And what also is important is that you can manipulate the deaths animations of your enemies by utilizing charge shot. So an example. If you will finish the last Scarecrow enemy that was in the previous room without using charge shot, you might get some problems because you'll lose 72 frames. So now I'm gonna do a strat that does not save any time, but hey, marathon strats, why not? So people told me that inertia does not matter, so I decided to prove them wrong one day. So this run will utilize a lot of inertia, which is, well, do I have to explain the inertia? Like, what the heck? I'm not gonna explain the inertia while, well, the actual appliance of inertia is not yet revealed in this run. So for now, you can enjoy something that are called cycles. So cycles in the DMC games are the specific amount of attacks or like moves, depending on the situation, which can give you the fastest clear of the specific room, or more specifically in your current situation. So, why is it important? It is important because, well, memes. What? Don't you do memes? But honestly, the very problem of cycles is kind of depends on your position. So because DMC games are very fast to play, you have to make decisions quite constantly and press your buttons accordingly. You have to execute some specific cycles correctly. And if you cannot use a specific cycle, you kind of have to use a way to go back to the cycle. So here is the wheel. We're gonna use the cycle for the wheel, so which goes up by 2 air attacks, then followed up by some ground attacks. And we're slowly coming to the boss that can probably kill this run easily. So yeah, DMC games are, again, mostly known for having a very rough start. So you have to get some no damage mission in DMC 1, some no damage in DMC 2. First 2 missions in DMC 3 have to be cleared without getting hit. And we have DMC 4 where you have to clear around 8 missions without getting hit to actually get some cool stuff to show. So we're gonna fight our legit first boss, and let me actually fight it because I have to concentrate, and then I'll explain what exactly happened. Should work. Fine. Okay, so we got the cycle. So the very first jump that I've done actually screws up the enemy AI, so instead of the AI making the first move, we are gonna make the first move. So basically, we stole, well, if we imagine DMC's game shifts, we just stole the first move. Just a bunch of shot shots, dodge. So this very first jump allows me for a very easy cycling for this boss. And if I'm not gonna screw up the last bit... Yes, fine. Okay, that was actually dangerous. So there is a fire pillar attack that barely can do if you screw up this cycle, and if you don't do enough exceeded attacks, which we're gonna talk about right now, you might kill your round. So basically, can I have some claps in chat or smiley faces, because we just got past the reset point of the run. Now you can, yeah, thank you. So, mission 3. In mission 3 we're gonna use a bunch of cool stuff, and most importantly, can I? Thank you. We're gonna buy Charge Shot 3. So Charge Shot 3 in this game is broken. Not as broken as in DMC 4, because DMC 4 Charge Shot basically deals no damage. In DMC 4 Special Edition, Charge Shot deals, well, it nukes the enemy. So, yeah. Some little strats. If you use this box at the left, you can use your sprint without falling down. And well, I think it's perfect time to explain the very core mechanic of the character we're playing right now. So this is Nero. Nero is a new character in DMC 4. Well, that was released back in 2008 again. So Nero does not have as much, let's say, moves as Nero or as Dante or Virgil. But what Nero has is that he has this beautiful bringer arm, or like devil bringer, whatever you want to call it. And that bringer arm gives him a lot of unique options. You can bring your enemies to yourself. You can no, screw you. You can play with the enemies. You can utilize a specific super attack called Buster, which deals, well, damage depending on which enemy do you grab. But most importantly, Nero comes with a mechanic called Exceed. So this Sword Red Queen, it actually works, well, just like me. It works on a propane. Well, I'm Russian, so I work on vodka. That's obvious. So because Exceeds are kind of tied to, well, okay, well, we have to postpone this cool thing because, well, we have the torture chamber cycle, which is kind of hard. Oh, well, here's the delay that I was thinking about. So here I have to utilize a very careful cycle because my exceeds are kind of off control right now because, well, I use specific, let's say, mechanic in my brain that allows me to get easy exceeds. So remember we spoke about inertia, so it's kind of important to execute inertia well. And well, you see this thing? Well, fuck it. We don't need this baby thing, okay? So see this thing? Inertia 101 with Mekarazium. Sad if you missed this class in your physics school. Does not matter. So, charge shot generates inertia. We can manipulate that inertia by slashing a sword first. So, that allows us to move in air while controlling what is happening in the air. We're gonna use that a few times in a run. You could saw that you could saw inertia in mission 2. Well, it does not save in time. But this specific example of inertia, it saves a lot of time because you don't have to do a platforming section in DMC games, and platforming usually sucks. So back to the exceeds. So let's imagine a window. Window has a glass, well, that prevents you from getting cold. When you slash the sword, that window starts to open. If you hit your exceed button when that window just opened, you'll get something called max act, and that gives you 3 exceed bars. If you hit the exceed button while the window is about to close or like not like okay, it's closing, you won't get the max act, but you will get a thing called exact. Exact rewards you with some damage and well with 1 bar. Oh no, I got hit. Screw that. So and if you hit the exit button when the window is closed, you either break the window or you pounce in the window, and both of these are gonna hurt. So yeah, don't pounce in the window. Thank you. So because we got hit in mission 3, I have to exclude one important thing from my buy list that I have in my mind memorized. And this is Angelos. We're gonna meet these a lot. Oh, damn, shield block. So yeah, exceed attacks are important in a round because having just 1 exceed bar in your, let's say, in your stock, effectively like doubles your DPS by, well, not doubles, like just makes it a lot bigger. Nice. So exceeds are important to. You have to hit exceeds constantly during the whole run, because well, it's hard, you know. Well, mission 4. Mission 4 is notoriously known for having a boss that can, well, kill your run. Oh, I'm actually playing bad. Kinda have to play good. And on top of that, it introduces a whole new mechanic called gyroblades. So gyroblades are the bane of the MC4. I think everybody knows that. So these things, you can move them around with your buster. You have to like animate them first, and then you have to charge them up, and then you have to release them with another buster. So the thing is, they're kind of random. So there is no real. Oh wait, this is actually good. So there is no real cycles of how you can manipulate the gyroblade. So like just like regular recommendation that I can give to you. So basically, to make your gyro pain slightly, yep, nice. Slightly less of a pain, you have to jump before actually releasing. Can I? Thank you. Before releasing the gyroblade. Because the next setup that I'm gonna do in this room actually revolves charging up the gyroblade. So gyroblade has 4 levels of charge. So we're gonna utilize level 2 charge to get a clean shot here, which then can be used to go up way to the left. And from that point, we can easily get the gyroblade that's hidden behind this block. Or well, call it whenever. Okay, so we don't have to care about the gyroblade that we're leaving behind, because we're gonna do some cheats, you know? DMC games are notoriously known for having no cheats and like only mechanics, but this time we're gonna cheat. I'm sorry, okay? Don't ban me. Okay, so hit this gyroblade. Oh, angle shot, not good. Yeah, no, knew that. Fine. And we are going to the another location called dining room. Remember to have a good food, good break. Nice. So right now you saw me taunting. Taunting is important in the MC games, but I come back to the taunting a bit later when, well, we'll actually unlock the mechanic that's actually important for the taunting. Up until now, you just have to know that, hey, you can taunt the enemies by making them look miserable. Yeah. So it's not happening. So basically, the first part of the run is kind of a resource management. So you have exceeds, you have charge shots, you have these gyro blades, you have the air mobility, and more importantly, you have an ability to pull the enemies closer to you. So like that counts as a resource too. So the way to become good at this game, at least like for the speedruns, is to kind of like think strategically. You have to understand that if you release your charge shot at the wrong enemy, you can lose a lot of time. So that's why if, well, you've been paying attention to my run, the majority of my charge shot 3 run charges were released against the enemies with a lot of HP. Oh, well, gyro blades. Okay. So, frog time. So, using I'm using Exceed 2 for safety, because, well, something might happen. I think I got it. Yep, got it. So, dodge this frog. Nice, we got cycle. 1, 2, rule it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, rule it. Nice. So, Frog can give you 5 starting patterns, and there is no way you can manipulate which one you'll get. You have to roll the Frog 3 times during the run. And the very first one, this one, is the most important because it gives a lot of proud souls. If you'll be able to manage the no damage like correctly. So mission 5, whiskey buying anything, and we're gonna... Can I? Thank you. We're gonna do a very interesting strat, or like tech. Yeah, tech is actually a correct word. That tech's called Snatch Cancel. So Snatch in this game has 3 different states. So you have the startup, where Nero actually like shoots his hand. The active, when he pulls up the enemy or whiffs, and the recovery. So if you tap Exceed during the recovery frames, you can cancel the recovery completely and basically doubles up or like triples the amount of snatches that you can do. So an example, if you'll do this in the air, it's actually gonna be very cool to do. So yeah, just a bunch of new enemies, Mephistos or like Fausts, probably Faust, doesn't matter. These enemies are notoriously known for screwing up your run by being out of bounds. But in the current run, we developed a bunch of cycles that allow us to get fast pretty much without having them go out of bounds. Should work. This one, nice. So speaking of cycles, you can see me constantly switching to the targets. I do that so I can, again, manipulate my resources correctly. So because Charge Shot does not store damage past level 3, it's not wise to hold your, let's say, your charge shot for longer than level 3. So yeah. Another no damage mission, vandalizing the portraits, sorry. And we're coming to the next phase, well, next cool thing. And because I'm gonna have to buy things, we have time for 2 donations.
Oh. Thank you very much, Mech. We've got a $7.77 donation from Crevido, who says, "Good morning. I want to say hello to Russian Restream and ask only one thing for Mekarazium. Show me your motivation."
Do I have to, though? So, we are buying a bunch of important things, so we don't have to spend a lot of time during the next section. And mission 6 starts with a very kind of precise setup that's pretty hard to replicate, but I'm gonna try it anyway. So charge up your sword first, drop down, exceed that attack. That's important. Have your charge shot ready, move to the wall, charge shot, and I failed the strat. Where is it? Okay, wait a little bit. I'm taking safety. No safety measures in this run. Where is it? Come on. Fine. That's not fair. Okay. So the try that I wanted to do is called Devil Shot because it does not have any official name. Devil Shot pretty much is a specific setup for the shot that allows you to cover 2 enemies at the same time with 1 charge shot. But well, failed it. So dice games. Nobody liked dice game in DMC4 vanilla, so in the Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition they decided to make it slightly easier. So if you hit the sword with your sword at the number that's on the top, you will always get that number. So well, making this dice game very easy. In DMC4 vanilla, you have to do a buster or a snatch against the scoop to get the number. The like regular shot or like regular swings will give you a random number. So yeah, does not matter much. Just well, just yeah, some cool things. Okay. I want to make sure that I have my sword exceeded to the max. It's not gonna help me much, but hey, anything can work. And we have one of the worst bosses in DMC games. Woo! And when I speak DMC games, I don't want to say this boss is the worst, because we have Arkham in DMC 3, we have Gilgamesh in DMC 5, we have Jaren in DMC 5. We have Urizen, which is basically a replication of this fight in DMC 5, and I wonder which who said that Urizen is a good boss fight, because basically Urizen in DMC 5 is basically a copy of this boss fight, which with slightly more attacks. So yeah. So the rule of this fight is to constantly switch targets again, while you're bustering or like shooting swords at the window. So when your animation actually finishes, you have your another sword ready. Oh, that's not good. Yeah. So yeah, occasionally Agnes will do these electric like thing attacks. Well, doesn't matter. We got the Yamato. Woohoo! Nice. So Yamato. Yamato unlocks a thing called Devil Trigger. Devil Trigger is well, for casuals, it seems that, hey, I tapped a button and I hit stronger. But in reality, Devil Trigger is a very strong tool to make your cyclones consistent and to make like your character look cool. Not only it adds damage, it only adds a specific mechanic called Devil Trigger Cancel. So Devil Trigger can cancel any move out of any animation, no matter like in what state Nero is on. So no matter which, like if you're following, if you're like running, doing an attack, use Devil Trigger, that attack will be cancelled. So you saw me taunting right now. So taunting in this game gives you 1.5 Devil Trigger gauges that can be indicated by these. No. Wait a second. Yeah, that's proper. That's indicated at the bottom of my hood with the blue balls. Nice. This should work nice. Okay. I'm just gonna grab these red orbs for safety, just in case if I'll lack some. So yeah, whenever the enemy is dying or whenever we have a chance to... Wow, I did not release the button. So whenever, again, we have a chance to taunt the enemy without, whoa. Oh, wait, I can... Yep, back up. Nice. Backup strats. Hell yeah. Everyone loves backup strats. Nice. So every time we can taunt, we will taunt, because, well, taunting while we can't deal any damage is kind of important. So yeah, Frub, give us some more donations while we're running back.
We have a $5 anonymous donation who says, so keen to finally see The Last of Us run a marathon soon. Thank you very much for your donation.
Okay, camera. So, starting from mission 7, the game gets a lot harder. Not only you have to execute like a cycle or like a triple skip that can eventually, it doesn't matter. Okay, it can kill a run. Okay. Thankfully, you have two setups that can easily easily figured that thing out. The first one was found by Skyviren, which does not run this game anymore, sadly. He was a pretty good runner. He's the first guy that reached 1 hour and like sub 1 hour and 20 minutes. My current PB is 1 hour and 12 minutes, which was very close to 1:11. So yeah. So before we start this mission, we have to make a very important sells and buys. Yeah, another one, please. So we just sold the split, which has a common like the same input with the caliber. So it goes forward plus lock plus melee. So if I don't tap the caliber correctly, I'll get a split and I'll kill my run. Oh yeah, speaking of which, oh, no. Nice. So I completely forgot. So these holy orders that I'm getting, these are very important for the round because we'll use a bunch of these. So what they are doing, they are, well, can we just cut it out? Thanks. Nobody saw that. No, but if you saw that, you never saw that. Nope. Okay, so first one. I think I'll just do this one instead. Second one. Okay, and finally the third one. There is a skip that saves a minute, but nobody knows how to replicate it, so we're not doing that. Okay, and now the skip that can kill my run, bless RNG. So stand right here. Got it. Nice. First try. First try every time. Because, well, my stops are pretty consistent. Fine. So, past this point, there is no, not really a single dangerous point. All of this comes up to the execution that you have to perform. So, an example, this room, speaking of cycles again, I prefer killing the scarecrows first, then going upwards to kill the chimeras that spawn here, then killing this specific scarecrow so I can get more spawns, rotating backwards so I can get this chimera and these enemies again. Yep. And you can also like see me doing more air attacks instead of ground ones. The reason is simple. Air attacks deal slightly more damage, so it's faster, okay? Don't blame me on that, I'm a speedrunner. Fine. So one more gyro blade, because why not? This gyro blade can potentially make some bad things, and it did. This should work. Yeah, nice. So I got a pretty good gyro blade pattern, which can be described as 3 gyro blade shots. Anything that's not 3 shots is kind of bad, but can happen if the cycle is not correct. So we're gonna run from another boss called Echidna. So yeah, and then we're gonna fight there in the next room. So Echidna is kind of messy in all, like in DMC4 and DMC4 Special Edition. So we'll try to make her the move I want her to make by doing a very unique amount of attacks. Charge shot, streak, caliber, roulette spin, wait a bit, another caliber, 1, 2, 3, charge shot, jump on her top. There is a bunch of visual cues that you can use. Charge shot, devil trigger cancel, and hit her until she is dead. Remember to hit the XCs, they are very important in the run. Remember to hit charge shots because they are very important in the run. And we should be nice. Got her. Another no damage mission, Pog. Seems good. So, it's probably the time when I have to kind of talk about the ways why speedrunning DMC games is kind of a cool thing to do. So because, well, for a casual viewer, like, I expect majority of you are, sorry if you are offended, well, prove it to me otherwise, somehow. Actually, wait a second. Oh, wait, okay, I got it. So, for the majority of you guys, the very high top, the top level of DMC, let's say, endgame is considered a style. So what do I mean by style? I mean that DMC games in general were not made to speedrun. Well, I mean, they kind of fine for speedruns because you have in-game timer that's, well, let's not talk about in-game timer. You have a very tight strats, you have very very cool looking skips and a lot of cool tech that you kind of have to perform consistently, like learn and improve your strats every day. But the thing is, you cannot perceive that speedrunning DMC games is kind of also a way to play these games, and this is like another form of high play difficulty. Let me let's say, let me retell. Okay, let me just. Okay. So my idea is that speedrunning in general is just another form of gameplay that changes the original part of the gameplay, because if we consider the games as the a route from point A to point B in no time, which does not get hindered by a restriction of, hey, you have to do it like real time or like segmented, does not matter. You just have to clear the game. There is no pressure in general. DMC games allow you to do so, yeah, fine. But at the same time, DMCs at the higher level of difficulty, that's not Human or Devil Hunter we're playing right now, it incentivizes you to play stylishly. So like, execute a bunch of attacks, launch the enemy in the air, jump with them in the air, do some attacks, keep the enemy in the air for as long as possible, and well, that's what style is all about. And the majority of the strats that was found for style by style players, they're, well, pretty cool. Yeah, very cool. Like this strat that I'm gonna show you right now. Fine. Fine. Okay, so taunt. Fine. Fine. Okay, we got one cycle credo. Poke. Nice. So back to our discussion. So DMC games at the very core, they push you to the part where you actually have to think about your possibilities of how you want to fight a room, and that is called freestyle. A specific enemy that is called just comboing, or like combo mats are pretty much fuel notes. They are always against one enemy. They're always well, they kind of cool thing to do. Okay, and to watch. Yeah, nobody's gonna use like. I'm not punishing you for watching combo mats. I'm not punishing you for not watching speedruns. I'm just kind of want to show that high level is not only designed for the thing that you can perceive as casual, but also as the very minor things that you cannot see because your level is bad. Oh, we got a ball. Nice. Fine. I'm gonna explain what balls are like slightly later, when we'll come to like second or third ball that we have to get. For now on, just actually, like, the second ball is happening right now. So these enemies are called Angelos. So oh wait, wrong one. So Angelos have a specific pattern that can be executed by this yellow guy with a sword. Okay. So whenever there is two guys with the spears and at least one guy with a shield, the shield guy can execute one of the 3 coordinated attacks. Yeah, this one's looking cool. So the first one is the one nobody speaks about because it's garbage one. So the second one is a suicide that we saw right now, which is the second fastest. And we have the ball. So whenever I don't get the ball in my runs, I start kind of screaming like, give me the ball, 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 etc. It's gonna happen in the run, like, I'm sure of it. But for now on, just know that the ball is pretty much the fastest way we can clear these Angelo enemies. So yeah, don't forget the taunts. Taunts are important again. So yeah, wait, yep. So, can I camera? Thank you. So, I bought XC3 in the menu, and this is a very important buy for us because now we can utilize special attacks like Streak, Split, and Caliber while having them charged on level 3 instead of like level 1. Because no matter how much Exceed stocks you have, if you don't have an upgrade to the Exceeds, all of your Exceed attacks will be level 1. So yeah, it's again kind of important to buy. And the reason why it's important because you have a cycle in this room, which goes directly like this. Hold the center, Devil Trigger, jump, split, charge shot, hit the enemies at the sides to force the spawn, like the next spawns. Use the charge shot against the second assault, finish the assault with the different attacks, and well, we have it. We have it. Can you just die? Thank you. Taunt the enemy because why not? Nice. Okay, we have Agnes in the next location, and Agnes is killed by a very simple cycle. Charge shot, Devil Trigger if pushed in like in an appropriate time, gives you an insane amount of Devil Trigger enable frames. We're gonna utilize it in a run kind of often. I mean, like we already did, so yeah. Don't forget to taunt the enemies because, again, this is important. More important than you might have thought of in your casual playthrough. Nice. Nice. Not nice. Okay, still nice. Not nice. I got a bad cycle. So if you don't kill Agnes in time, his AI gets he gets smarter. Like big brain strats start to appear in his mind. So yeah, just let him die. Fine. Whew. Okay, so far so good. So did we? Oh yeah, we got no damage. So getting no damage in mission 9 pretty much brings you back to the route if you got damaged somewhere, which effectively allows us to get a specific thing later in the round. But for now on, we just want to get max hack. So remember when I said when I just said analogy with the with it's bad with Windows, I said that if you hit the button correctly, like the time when the window opens, you'll get a thing called max hack. I did not get the fast cycle. Fine. So max hack is basically that thing that I was speaking about. So yeah. So max hack is very important where you actually speedrun, but for now on, well, we just don't need it that much because hey, swag strats. Nobody has done that in the history of DMC speedrunning. So yeah. Sorry. Okay, so the second strat here is to get damage boost from that laser, so you fall down slightly faster. It does not make you look bad, but instead it makes you look so alpha. Like probably I am. So we're kind of going backwards, which is something the game gets punished a lot by some by the people that have zero idea how to play this game. So I think it's pretty much time to remember one thing, guys. If you're bad at like physics, it's always it's never too late. Just remember, inertia is a very cool thing. You see that thing? I'm gonna skip it. Easy. Look. Have a nice. This skip saves 40 seconds. It's kind of hard to do because if you fail the charge shot cycle, which is in general kind of hard because you have to release the charge shot at the apex of the the sword attack. If you don't, you'll feel bad about itself. So this is a fair holy water usage in a run because fighting these angels is boring. We're gonna fight Dante again, this time with Devil Trigger. So for Dante, grab him in mid-air, shoot a charge shot because it deals absurd amount of damage, and wait for him to reset his cycles. So we can bait his attacks, kind of, if he'll do anything correctly. And we got a very good Dante. Okay, finish him off with this. Boom. Nice. Cool. So, pretty much that's the first part of the game. That's being played as Nero. DMC4 has a second carder that will be coming up right after this mission, which has a completely different mindset, different approach, different mechanics, a lot of hidden stuff. Can I get max hack? Slide. Later. Late. Okay, fine. So skip. I don't think I felt the skip since I was a baby. Well, at least I can hit max hacks consistently. What the heck? Yo, what? I can get a frame perfect thing consistently, but I cannot hit buttons consistently. Wow, Mecha, what a big brain. Okay, does not matter. That's another thing that you have to remember. Because when people originally, and like not originally, I spent a lot of months prior to ESA submission actually researching how casuals play DMC4 and, well, you know, when you get from a simple character like Nero to, well, to a piano kind of character like Dante, so what they do is that they spam one attack because they can't adapt to the difficulty like Dante has. Well, in general. Okay, dodge the attack. Nice, not nice. Give me the ball, 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 give me the ball. Get the ball. Nice. Get these orbs because the actual amount of proud souls that you get is based off like of how much orbs do you collect during your run. So this is final boss of the first part of the game, Sanctus. Not the best boss, but hey. I can't adapt to the mechanical keyboards. Okay, so because, well, I can't adapt to the mechanical keyboards, I just failed, let's say, a quick cycle against this boss, so anything can go wrong now. Long taunt, I don't need this. Okay. Debate the boss into doing one of his attacks, retain him up, like, against the wall. Can you not do this? Okay, you can parry this attack by moving credit and boom, easy. Charge shot, cancel the charge shot animation by... this is not going according to plan. I don't care though. Okay, so basically G-bait again. Okay, fine. This will not work. I have to freestyle a little while. Buster would have killed him. Should have done that. Can you not go inside, please? Can... It's not that hard. Okay, so that's the first part of the speedrun done. Congratulations, Mecha. You're very cool. So it's 42 minutes, like 30 seconds, based on the timer that was launched by my comrade. That's gonna tech. Hey tech, stuff. Yeah, cool. So basically, what the game forces you to do is to switch your approach to the game without having any preparations beforehand. So say hello to Dante, featuring Dante from Devil May Cry series. So the first thing that probably you'll notice is that I'm buying some specific things. Oh, actually, I've been playing very well, actually, like extremely well. So yeah. So what Dante has is it has 4 different styles that affect the some of his play kit, allowing us to play. Oh, here's not holy water, allowing us to play well, however we want. So these styles are Trickster, which improves Dante's mobility, it adds an air dash. It's Swordmaster, which gives us slightly more attacks to our melee weapons. It's Gunslinger, which, well, gives us slightly more things for our ranged weapons, but, well, we are not going to use that often. And we have Royal Guard, which is a very strong style in DMC 3 and DMC 5, but not as strong as DMC 3. So, the major difference that you can notice right now is that the charge shot, which can be identified by having my eyes glowing, is slightly different as Dante. So Dante's charge shots are based. Oh wait. So they are based. Oh no, that's not good. So they are based on the distance you have between the enemy, and the damage directly goes well, directly looks cool. Okay. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter right now because what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna style. Okay, one more. Please, game. I just want to. Can I get frame perfect? It's not that hard, please. Okay, we're not doing that then. So, what I wanted to do, I wanted to actually show you how good I am at this game, but you know it. So, that's bad, because I won't get a refund. That's a. Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, yeah, that's fine. No, wait a second. Okay. Whew. So how about you try it again? Because why not? Okay, actually, I won't. So what I wanted to do is that Dante's Royal Guard mechanic has 2 types of block. So, if you hold the block button or a style button with Royal Guard on, you can get, let's say, a regular block. A regular block reduces your HP by a small margin. You have a second type of block called, well, just OK block. So, that means that you kind of got the idea of how to block, but well, it's not enough. And there is a thing called the Royal block, or Royal. Let's say royal block, royal release, which can you not take hits, Dante? I kind of, which I mean okay, fine. I'm not doing this. Okay, I'm not doing this. I mean, I got this 6 times in a row back when I was kind of trying to master my Royal Guard skills. But it seems ESA is the time where you can say, oh wait, yeah, marathon luck, woohoo! Yeah, marathon luck. Count me in. So, double overdrive to make these Angelos kind of spawn in a specific pattern that I want them to spawn. So that spawns that guy that kind of directs the attacks, break his attacks, steal his toys, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me... No, don't suicide, told ya. So, let's see. Easy. Easy 2 blocks. Okay. So, because there is no easy way to kill the enemies at this stage of the game, we have to use a move called Dance Macabre, which kind of damages a lot. Fine. And well, it's kind of slow because, well, it is slow. But, well, just remember, when we'll get Gilgamesh, which we're gonna get in the next segment, the run's gonna become much harder because it's not that Dante, well, it's not only Dante has this piano move that you have to constantly think about, oh wait, do I skydash, do I guard fly, do I perform just releases and just guards? Hell yeah. It's more about at least in a speedrun, if you can execute a hidden mechanic of a Gilgamesh properly. And it's not just Gilgamesh mechanic, that you can amplify by a specific mechanic that I'm gonna talk about at the end of mission 15. It's just the general like difficulty of the strat, because like imagine the game runs on 60 FPS locked. You can like see the FPS at the top left corner. It's required for the Speedrunning submissions. So yeah, you have like around 1 frame or something like that to actually execute the strat correctly. Because if you want to execute the strat correctly, you'll get less damage, and less damage in a speedrun is bad, especially considering the strats is well, kind of hard to do. Okay, DMC experience for casuals. Stinger, 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 maybe stinger, stinger. Жало. Hell yeah. So, for Dante's main attack that we've used earlier is gonna be a move of a Swordmaster called Prop. Prop deals kind of a lot of damage, but it's not that important. Which is important? Like the thing that is important is that can I get my piano working? Thank you. So what's more important is that we have to consider Devil Trigger again, because as I said earlier, Devil Trigger is a resource, and the efficiency of that, of the usage of this resource is kind of directed like to the efficiency of your run. So even if you kind of like choke your run super hard, if you're just like good at Devil Trigger efficiency, well, the bosses will die pretty quickly. So, Lost Woods again, nobody cares about Lost Woods because, like, it's a very easy puzzle. Like, when I was watching casual streamers playing this game, well, they had some problems because it's kind of hard to, well, read the signs and take a look at this shadow at the left of the pillar and just go against it. Like, so, pretty much this is a puzzle section of the game, but hey, nobody cares about puzzles in these games. All we care about is combat, and these games are pretty much combat and tech. So, welcome Echidna number 2. Double Stinger, Skystar, make sure the 4th hit lands against her, otherwise you are risking to not get the proper cycle. There's another cycle that you can do called Shotgun Raving, but it's kind of hard. I can't perform it consistently without like having my run like dying like occasionally. Okay, gonna eat some candy because like why not? And Stunlock Echidna. If you've done this cycle correctly, you'll have some Devil Trigger left and the Echidna will die. Oh wait, here's a new weapon called Gilgamesh. From now on, the main damage weapon will be Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is broken in this game. I'm gonna show it to you slightly later, and not that everyone knows that Gilgamesh is broken. I know, because I play DMC4 for like a long time. Hell yeah. But again, speaking of DMC games, it's kind of important to know why you've started playing DMC games. There are people that are getting like something called fun from DMC games, like playing it for some non-existing plot. I don't know. I generally don't understand these kind of people. Sorry. So I play DMC games because I don't. Oh wait, I actually pressed this button. So I play DMC games because I consider mechanics of this game is I failed the first frame perfect release of Gilgamesh. I failed the second frame perfect release of Gilgamesh. Oh boy, this run's not gonna end well. Okay, fine. Got the timings back. So I appreciate that there is literally no games that were released since DMC4 release that have such amount of freedom of like what you can do to the enemies, such amount of mechanics, including the hidden ones. Because like it's not just enough to actually show player that hey, you can like spam stingers and you can clear the game. Woo! The difficulty of DMC games are hidden beyond the like first or like the second or third playthrough. The difficulty of DMC games is hidden like inside the hidden mechanics nobody cares about, because like, oh wait, I cleared the plot, the game does not have anything to impress me. Oh well, yeah, I don't have to play it anymore. Woo! And like now, imagine there are people like me, JCPenney's, Delusionary Killer, Loner Hero, Cosmic, like a bunch of other cool stuff. I mean, like cool dudes that are playing this game not because like they, well, I don't know, they don't have anything to play about. I mean, like I have all the games I have to play, like in my PC. Like I have DMC4 Special Edition, DMC4 Vanilla, and well, that's all that I have in my PC. So like, kind of sort things out. Like why I'm still playing DMC games. But nobody told me that, hey, dude, there's other games that you can try out. So yeah, I play DMC games because they are genuinely hard, and that difficulty does not come instantly like in the Dark Souls games where you like go outside the undead parish. Oh, whoa, you're dead. GG. It does not come in a perspective of hard, let's say, movement, because movement gets harder if you learn how to move, like with things like wave dashing or like stab canceling. I think it's probably the same thing. Oh wait, no, it's not. It gets harder only if you want it to be harder, and the game allows you to be as easy as you want it to be. So I'm playing Devil Hunter not because I can't play on Dante Must Die or like Gods Must Die. It's because in a speedrunning like perspective, it's more enjoyable to have some pressure on your shoulders, like instead of playing on human. Sure, like playing on a human is more like it's faster, but it does not feels like you have anything to risk. It does not feel like you have to think about what's your positioning, what are your stocks, do you have to care about your positioning, and like all this small stuff that makes this run actually hard to learn and to run. Explains not only the amount of runners of the DMC series in general, like speaking of DMC1 with Maxi Lobes, speaking of DMC2 with Cosmic and Loner Hero, speaking of Devil May Cry 3 with Simotos, speaking of Devil May Cry 4 with me and Private Cinnamon Bun, speaking about Devil May Cry 5, which was released a bunch of months ago, but this game is garbage, so don't play it. Actually play it if you are gonna play, well, Cheat Engine Edition, yeah. So, yeah. People that play these games for plot, they never push themselves to a point where they actually can appreciate how well the game was made. Like, just imagine, DMC4 was made 11 years ago. During these 11 years, oh, I got the ball, nice. During these 11 years, the entire Dark Souls series came out. The entire Assassin's Creed like franchise came out, and the community that was running this game full style, like, and later for speedruns, they were playing this game all up to now, and people are not gonna stop because again, reversals and inertia. In a speedruns, we don't use the reversals because we can't. I mean, I can't think of a way in reversals would be good in this run, like, honestly. But if someone will prove me that, hey, reversals are very useful in the run and you should actually learn it, like, I'm gonna like learn that, okay? Because I want to go fast. I'm not satisfied with my run that I have right now. My run is 3 minutes of sum of best, okay? Oh well, camera. Yo, okay, fine, I'm doing this run. Fine. Yo, what the heck? It's not that these enemies are clumped that close to each other usually. So again, it's kind of a difference between a player that's kind of appreciates the little mechanics that the game has, even though like they are a bug of the engine, and the depth that these bugs kind of making. So, in example, in DMC3 there was a little inertia by moving with your aerial rave with Swordmaster. But in DMC4, pretty much inertia itself, it created a whole new layer of strats and tech that you can perform. And it's again, it's hard to appreciate if you never like used it in your playthrough. If you like legit spam your Stinger for the duration of your whole playthrough of DMC4, you are probably playing the wrong game. Come back to playing Dark Souls instead. So, nice. So, pretty much frosts, nothing cool happens. Fine. Fine. Okay, so here's another skip that you can do here. Very small one, but kind of important one, because there is an invisible wall that's actually gated by your height. So if you'll time your jumps correctly, you'll be barely able to pass that barrier. No distortion. Can I? Thank you. Okay, so here's another blitz. Oh yeah, blitzes. Nobody likes blitzes because they're chaotic. They are very hard to predict, but blitz is better than Fury like anytime. I would fight 2 blitzes over 2 Fury anytime. So I think you remember what this location looks like. Fine. So Frog. I need to get a very good cycle. And we got it. Stun. Nice. So, welcome to DMC Speedrunning 101. Featuring distortion. Not mess up with the streamer. So distortion is a mechanic that is kind of hidden because nobody knows about it. So it's kind of hard to explain what distortion looks like. Not really looks like. It's hard to explain what distortion is if you've never or barely played the game. Again, you see, it's a very big problem. But before I started playing distortion, so the difference between speedrunners and casuals. Casuals stinger their way to this door. They do stinger their way to the door. They are virgin casuals. Chud speedrunners. Hell yeah! If you were still unsure, or if you were against inertia in DMC5, I would actually recommend you to reconsider your options after seeing this skip. Oh, no. Wait, fine. Backed up. Nice. Because this skip utilizes the very thing these people tried to deny. Oh no, Mecha! Not Mecha, I wasn't a participant of that, discussion. Yo, Mecha! Reversals are bad because they are a bug of this game and should be erased. Oh no, Mecha! You know, inertia is garbage because this is a mechanic that nobody uses. Well, I'm a Russian guy, vodka balalaika medvedi, train right in Russia, yeah. Hey, look, hot dogs. Literal hot dogs. Oh wait, I made a mistake. Fine. It's a different one? Okay, so, fine. So again, the distortion works in a specific way that kind of utilizes your devil trigger. So, DMC as a game, it's pretty like a mix of the genres, and one of these genres is a fighting game. So remember when I was trying to like explain Snatch Canceling? Well, I told you that there is some frames that you kind of like have at every Euro attack, so like recovery, active, and like backswing ones. So these animations also apply to a mechanical distortion. So distortion has, let's say, a specific activation button called Devil Trigger. So basically, when you activate Devil Trigger, when your hit is actually being dealt, that hit gets well, magnified jump. So like you deal a lot more damage and you can stun lock bosses much easier. Oh hey, another mechanic that nobody cared about. Woo! Hell yeah! We got the Lucifer, which is probably the most unique weapon in the DMC like series in general. So yeah. None of the mechanics that I spoke about, so inertia reversals, they are not present in the EMC5, but they were in the beta release of the game that was well, released slightly before the official release, and like in the pre-download versions in the consoles, if you remember. So people were mad about this, like these mechanics gone, because people could actually play with these mechanics in that demo. So people were actually angry because, like, who cuts these things when they like when you have them in your demo? Like, it makes no sense. That's the reason people were angry about it. And when the MC5 came out at March 8, when like people like didn't had the well, what the okay, fine. So like, when people actually discovered like, hey, there is no mechanics that we considered fun in this game, like people were actually mad. Not the people that can like cast like shit, sorry, like trash talk about the game, but the people who actually care about the game. People like, well, a lot of people in general. Like, there's an actual lot of people that can play DMC in like in a very stylish way, like, well, Don Goril, Lloyd, the Sakaki Blanc, a lot of less known players, Russian community that was, well, oh yeah, I forgot. So, oh wait, what the? Well, yo, my brain, please, my brain kind of turned off for. Oh, my brain turned off. Okay, fine. It's back up again. So, the majority of the people that style in this game, kind of like, they care about the game. It's not that, like, we played this game for like 11 years already, like some people are, I don't know. So, if people that actually play this game for a whole lot of time, and they like tell you that, hey, like something's wrong, like, you can bet on it, like, something is definitely wrong. And, like, if you can understand the reason why we consider like something's wrong, like, it's not our problem. It's kind of yours, because it's you who have to adapt your perception to the reason why we care about the game, why these mechanics are important. How much of the people that are watching like this stream live on Twitch or later on the YouTube ever tried guard flying? Ever tried like learning a speedrun? Okay, not the DMC 3 one, but like an example, DMC 1. DMC 1 is a very good game, and well, it has a very good tutorial. DMC 3 is definitely the hardest DMC to run, and well, I don't kind of want to remember DMC 3 anymore. How much of you people like kind of can clear DMD? How much of you people can clear Gods Must Die boss rush without getting hit? So you see, there's a lot of questions you have to ask if you want to improve yourself. And the improvement always comes with a frustration, because you kind of have to give up. You kind of want to give up because, oh, bro, I can't do this strat, it's too hard. Wow, this, like, you limit yourself, your own abilities to play a very enjoyable game if you actually give it a chance to like to be fun with all these difficult strats like to come. If you'll give this game a chance, not just the game, like seriously chance, not as a style but also as a speedrun, you might have a different like explanation of why people are still playing it. You kind of have to respect the community, like toxic or not. You still have to remember and respect people that discovered a lot of things in this game that were still playing like since DMC3 like era, I think. So again, like Vash TSB, also known as JC Pennies, he's a good freestyle runner. Don Guri is very like kind of famous, the famous to be honest, style player. Sakaki, very good player. Neorfi, like my Russian oh wait, I holy water this fight. So yeah, you see there is a lot of skillful players, but nobody knows about them. So like, well, except Don Guri. Does that mean that Don Guri does something else that that nobody else does? It's yes and no at the same time, because at the first perspective, what Don Guri does is very stylish. It's flashy, it's cool, you can easily notice it. But what I'm speaking about is that you have to also appreciate the strat that you cannot understand. You have to search for these strats. You have to understand, oh hey, why the boss is about to die in 2 hits? I don't know. Well, where I can find out the information? Speedrun.com/DMC4SC. A lot of information is there. So the reason I paused the game, because I actually kind of need to prepare myself for a very difficult cycle that requires me to hit 2 frame perfect attacks in a very short like margin of attack. And because of like, I kind of need to like, well, put this thing slightly off because I'm kind of sweaty. I give you one of the best cutscenes in the game. So yeah, have fun.
You summon and kill. Summon and kill. I fail to see the logic here. The price to pay for power?
Humans. They are but stubborn and foolish. It takes a journey to hell for them to accept and praise their god. A fact that tickles Irony's judgment.
And your judgments interest me not. For I am here to reclaim what is rightfully mine.
That is what you think. And that is why I wait in your power.
You will fumble for the position of my quest. Though I encourage for an opportunity to battle a being of such grand delusion as is a sweet fortune.
Okay. Got it. I didn't? What the? Okay, backup strats then. Got him. Nice. Well, it's not the perfect cycle I was speaking about. So the reason I failed the cycle is because I pressed the button just slightly too late. Because, well, mechanical keyboard shaking my head. Hell yep. Royal Guard! And we'll just finish the boss off. I would like to show you the ending cutscene, but well, we don't have time. Like, honestly, sorry. So, if you are genuinely interested in learning DMC4 as a game, both as a speedrun and as a style like stuff, so first things, I mean like speedruns first, okay? So I kind of making a speedrun tutorial for this game. It's halfway done, but the current progress of this run is that it covers the basics of the Nero, the first 8 missions, and well, I think I kind of made a kind of okay job at explaining things. You can find the guide at speedrun.com/dmc4sce, again on speedrun.com site. It's there. There is also a text guide that I've made for people to follow, like if they don't like watching videos with strats. There is a skip tutorial that I've made. There is 2 routes that I've made. There is a lot of things that I've made. Like, sorry if it sounds like kind of selfish, but like I legit did a lot of work for this game, and like, I mean, why I shouldn't like shamelessly. What have you done? Okay, this is kind of not good and good. Okay. Fine. Fine. So again, speaking of a rail guard, I should have been hit twice there, but I didn't got hit. Oh yeah, I could have. No, I could have gone full swag by blocking Savior's beam, but because I don't have Royal Guard level 3 and I don't have access to Air Guard, well, sorry. Maybe next time. Okay, so so this is the part where boss dies. Shoot from the Pandora twice. Roll 2 times. Put 3 pin-ups. And do just straight level 2 just when his eyes are open. Got him. So I've used 2 tags that I've spoke about. Just straight, which amplifies my damage, and distortion. So just straight is frame perfect, distortion is not. It's an easy speedrun, trust me. It's not. So we're back to playing Nero. Showdown, maximum bet. I have holy water. I'm gonna get 2 devil stars for the next segments. So yeah, back at playing Nero. Hey, do you miss dice games? I did. I miss them a lot. So we have 5 of them to play. So the first one consists of the Angelos, which we're gonna holy water, and the rest of them, well, we can just put our effort into showing cool stuff. Okay, so there is 1. Okay, speaking of the learning things. If you want to learn about the style more than a speedrun, I would recommend watching ChaserTech's videos. He's a very good style player. He did a lot of both freestyle and combo videos. So if you're interested in like this kind of content, like of this kind of learning, ChaserTech is your first stop. There's also Dervadok that made a very old tutorials for Nero Dante's mechanics, pretty much. There is also a guide by 2B Power that covers a lot of mechanics, gives you a lot of like unique tips of how you should approach Dante, and well, a lot of things to do. Who else? Well, there is very small amount of Virgil or Lady Trish tutorials, but well, they are scattered around the internet, so shouldn't be a problem to find them. Again, if you want. If you don't want, like, even I won't be able to like stop you from actually learning the game. So yeah. So as I said earlier, it's important to know to remember why you've started like speedrunning DMC4 games, or like why you started to like improve in these games. I kind of wanted to improve in DMC4 because, well, a friend of mine that we like don't speak about, like we didn't spoke about for like a lot of years already. His name's Krolka, like bunny. So that person, back into the time where old Russian DMC community was alive, which was led by Denis Terkhov, also known as Odakon, which kind of like leads the community right now. But well, back then it was a gameplay community, not the fandom. So like, no silly pictures of Dante or like RV, no like dramas, no cosplay, just pure skill, pure gameplay. And that guy, Krolka, he was one of the best players that actually inspired me to kind of get better. Because back then I didn't understood a lot of things like in DMC games. And the tutorials came like much later. So like learning the game without the tutorials, it's kind of hard, to be honest. So that guy, it didn't help me, but it actually invigorated me to like, hey, you should try harder. So for the past 1.5 years since I'm running this game non-stop, pretty much every day, this is all because of him. You have to respect the decisions you made, and like you have to remember why you started. If you like, you don't have to like get some inspiration from a person, especially if that person pushes like you backwards. But you have to understand that the motivation that drives you, it might not be like pure like flowers and like, wow, speedrunning is fun, woo! For me, speedrunning is not fun. It's not like a work, but well, it's kind of, because I can't have fun from things at all. Because I'm kind of try-harding, you know? When you try-hard something long enough, you stop getting fun from that specific thing. Instead, you kind of feel like a mixed feel of frustration, because you kind of want to feel that same fun you felt like all these years, and like that fun is just not going on. And so the anger and genuine hate for that person, even though I still love him and I'll still greet him if, well, if that situation will arise and he'll actually come and say, "Hi, Mecha, let's talk again." The genuine hate will go away. So the anger management is extremely important, given in a speedrunning community, as that is from my perspective. I might be wrong, I'm kind of a delusional kid, so well, yeah, I might be wrong. But from my perspective, during like my experience with speedrunning, popular games are popular not only because they have like an actual like, oh wait a second, that's early. Like actual strat, they are actually difficult to learn and like other stuff. They are actually also difficult because they give you that like that alternative gameplay that DMC4 or like all DMC games already have. So that makes a problem of like inviting like, or telling people, hey, yo, speedrunning the DMC games is fun, woo, try it out. So I kind of stopped caring about like the growth of the community after like I spent a year running a game on like various marathons to like learn about, hey, like how does that thing work. Time's coming in 14 seconds from now on. So yeah, it didn't make any impact. So like I got no new runners. It was all alone by myself, and you see, I was the one who was pretty much sitting in a dark room alone, trying to find a new ways to optimize the game, like without relying on any other strats, because these strats were my own from the start to finish time. And so that thing, it kind of accumulates over time, and you might see me like kind of calm, like kind of passive dude, woo, funny me, woo. But I actually feel angry for myself for not being able to impress people with my explanation, with my vision of the game that I see. And I blame myself every day for like having like no people running DMC games in general. So, but it's not that I care or like I don't care, it just kind of hurts that all of your effort of making your speedrun kind of more presentable, better for speedrunning in general, like all these tutorials, marathon runs, it just does not matter. Well, and that's the sad truth that I've learned from a speedrunning, and like this is how it worked for me. It might be different for like the people that are behind me, or like people that are like kind of more popular than me, maybe, I don't know. But the general thing is, I have one more gift that I can give to you, and to do that gift I have to make just a bunch of cool things to the game. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly replace my save file and hope the game does not crash. So where do I go? I go here, then I go over here, then I go here. Hey, the super trainer, we're actually cheating now. So what I'm gonna show you, it's a part of my estimate, kind of, so you guys can restart the timer. Actually, it's gonna be kind of okay. I have a last kind of thing that's gonna last like 5 minutes at best. So originally I wanted to make this as an incentive. Yeah, you can start a timer, but the incentive did not like went out, so I just went along with it. So I want you guys to show God's must. Oh yeah, goodness, I forgot to change the AI settings. I want to show you God must die, maximum AI, Crida kill, probably without damage. So it's again, it's something that people don't push for. And Gods Must Die is kind of a hidden difficulty which is hidden inside the game's files that you technically cannot reach unless you use like a thing called Super Trainer, thanks to these guys. Shoutouts to Infernal Works, by the way. It's an old site which held all the cool stuff there. So turn off one hit kill. So Crida kill is on GMD. It kind of shows why Crida is the best boss in the entire DMC game. It's like straight up easy. So I hope I'll try to get no damage Crida kill, but if I won't, well, fine, whatever. Let's go. Oh, nice, I missed. Whoa! That was unavoidable because I spent my DT cancel. That was just a mistake. Notice how my HP bar quickly went from 100% to low percent. Yep, no time. No? Wow. Oh, I died. Well, okay. So I have a time for one more try, if possible, and then well, that's it. Or actually, nah. It's gonna be kind of long, kind of. So yeah. Stop the timer because well, I died. It happens. Like it's just hard to play on a mechanical keyboard you've never played before. Like it takes some time to get acquainted with your control. So yeah. So this was Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. Remember to check out the DMC4 speedrunning page on speedrun.com. Remember to check out the tutorial I've made if you are interested in learning this speedrun, at least for the Nero side, because I'm gonna finish this guide after I'll come back from the event. So, and well, just remember that you constantly have to push yourself forward. Otherwise, well, it does not matter if, like, whatever you're doing, whatever you're trying to be good at, it does not matter if you're not pushing yourself hard enough. If you think that your run is good enough when you're not pushed your run like over to the point where you are like, it's actually like frame perfect stuff that you have to perform flawlessly. It does not matter like if your run actually matters something. So yeah, thank you for watching. Have fun.